Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. My name is Suhaila, and again, I'm going to be your teacher for the recorded portion of this level. Hope you're having a great day so far. Hope your Ramadan is going as you planned. You are doing whatever you wanted to do, and you planned and you dreamed to do during this holy month. Today, we're having a very easy session. No, I'm not gonna be a liar. It's Ramadan. Okay, the session, it's not gonna be easy for the vocab part because it has a lot of financial terms. So if you are working as an accountant, if you have already studied like finance and commerce, it's going to be very smooth and easy. However, if you didn't study either of these majors, you're going to have a lot of new terms, which is very beneficial. You're going to learn a lot about finance and commerce. So today in the vocab part, we're gonna learn a lot of term. However, in the grammar part, it's gonna be very easy and very simple. And today we have no phonics, so lucky you. Okay, so today we have a very obvious question. What is the adjective? Anybody knows what is an adjective? I think by now all of you know that an adjective is a word that describes or identifies something, noun or pronoun. So when I tell you I have a red dress, red is an adjective because it describes the noun dress. When I tell you I am happy, happy is an adjective because it describes the pronoun I. She is beautiful. Beautiful is an adjective because it describes the pronoun or the subject she. So, one more time, an adjective is a word that identifies or describes a noun or a pronoun. I know what you're thinking. You think, like, okay, we have already taken this piece of information before. We have taken it in maybe A1. So, why are we taking it one more time? Today we're going to learn the different types of adjectives. So here we just have a little bit of a refreshment to remind you what is an adjective. So the adjective usually comes before the noun it identifies. So Ahmed is a smart man. Smart is the adjective and man is the noun. Usually, sometimes the adjective can come after the noun. Like when I say, um, Ahmed is smart, and if I stop, then it's still an adjective describing Ahmed. So it can come before the noun, but most of the time it comes um, before the noun, and sometimes it comes after the noun. Okay, the types of adjective. The first type is shape. Shape. Shape like round, round, circular, circular, square, square, oval, oval, triangular, triangular, flat, flat, straight, straight, wavy, wavy. And now I'm going to show you some types. Okay, number one, I'm going to show you a round shape. How a round shape looks like. Round shape here. That is a round shape. Here. That's a round shape. Round and singular are pretty much the same shape, like they are very similar. So that's a round shape. Okay, what about what else? Circular, the same. Square, what about oval? Okay, here is an oval shape. It is a little bit of a longer circle, so it is not a completely round circle. It is more oval here. It is more long. The edges are longer, so it is an oval shape. Here, that is an oval shape, like the egg. The egg has an oval shape. And then we have triangular, like this shape, and then we have flat. The surface, the ground is flat, and then we have straight and wavy. I know if you are a girl, you know what is a straight hair and what is a wavy hair, but I'm gonna show you anyways. Straight, like it doesn't have ups and downs. However, wavy, it has ups and downs. Wavy shape. Here, like the wavy shape looks like a wave, like it goes up and down, up and down. However, the straight shape, it is one straight line without any lumps, without any waves. So that is wavy shape, and the other one is, if it is straight, it's going to be like a straight line, straight. So these are the first type of adjectives, which are the shapes. So I can say the earth is round and not flat. It is true. The earth is round and not flat. I can say she has straight and not a curly hair. Yes, she has a straight hair and not a curly hair. Okay, the second type of adjectives is the size adjectives. You can say heavy, very, very heavy, like you cannot carry it. So it is heavy. You can say big, you can say fat, you can say tall, you can say enormous, and enormous means very large, like very, very, very big. You can say huge, equals also very, very, very big. Vast, also very, very, very big. Gigantic, very, very, very big. Giant, very, very tall and big. Great, also big. The opposites are gonna be light, easy to carry, light, small, not small. I'm sorry, not small, small, little. Also, another way of saying small, and little is more for amounts. Like when I tell you little time, like for uncountable nouns, little time, little water, little sugar. Tiny, very, very small. Short, thin, cylinder, like thin, wide. No, wide should be here, should be in the big size, and slim like small. So the second type of adjectives are what you see right in front of you on the screen. So one more time: heavy, big, fat, tall, enormous, huge, vast, gigantic, giant, great, light, small, little, tiny, short, thin, slender, wide, slim. So I can say this man is fat. The man right in front of you is overweight. I hate the word fat. Take care, guys. The word fat is an offensive word. So if you want to point to somebody that maybe like he is gaining some weight, you can say you are overweight. You shouldn't say to somebody right into his face, you are fat. Like that is very offensive. Number two, Eiffel Tower is gigantic. Gigantic, like very big. Yes, Eiffel Tower, not Evil Tower. Eiffel Tower is gigantic. It is indeed very gigantic or very big. So here are the second type, the adjectives of size. Okay. We have number three, types of adjectives, personality or emotions. So the personality or emotions, you can say somebody is happy, sad, worried, overjoyed, overjoyed like very, very, very happy, surprised, afraid, excited, comfortable, not comfortable, comfortable, glad, awkward when you don't know what to do. I will tell you one awkward situation. When you meet somebody you didn't meet in a long time, you didn't meet him in a long time, and then you meet him and you have a little bit of a small talk, you have a chit chat. Hello, hello, how is your life? How is your life? Okay, so like I was saying, awkward, like let's imagine like you met an old friend, somebody you didn't meet in a long time. You didn't see her in like 10 years. And you stop for a moment and you speak, and then you tell her goodbye and she tells you goodbye. And then you walk in the same direction. That's an awkward situation. When you meet somebody you really hate and you had a big fight at maybe at a family dinner. So it is an awkward situation. You don't know what to do. You are a little bit of an embarrassed. You don't know what to do. So it is an awkward situation. And then we have embarrassed. You know, when you don't know, when somebody told you maybe a bad word, or somebody, your mom, when you are sitting on a dinner table in front of a lot of people and she starts narrating some stupid moments of your life when you were like 5 or 10, or you feel embarrassed. And then we have cross. Cross means sad. And then we have astonished, which means very, very shocked and surprised. And then we have confused, when you don't understand what is happening around you. So, one more time: happy, sad, worried, overjoyed, surprised, afraid, excited, comfortable, glad, awkward, embarrassed, cross, astonished, and confused. Okay. So when I tell you Sarah is an outgoing person, that is a personality adjective. I am describing her outgoing, like somebody who has a lot of friends, somebody who is very social. He can talk to everybody. He can talk to every type of personality. So he is an outgoing person. Number two, they were scared when they saw the line. Scared, like afraid, so it is an emotion. So take care. These are not only the personality adjectives. We have many, 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 many more personality adjectives. These are just some sample of the personality adjectives. And then we have color. The colors also are adjectives, like pink, red, orange, yellow, dark, green, blue, purple, black, white, gray, brown, silver. All of these are adjectives of colors. So when I tell you Ahmed is wearing black pants, black here works as an adjective. My car is red, red here works as an adjective as well. Age, the fifth type of adjective is age, like young, old, baby, teenager, teenage, not teenager. Teenager is a noun, however, teenage is an adjective. So I can say my teenage son, my teenage years, my teenage sister, but I can't say my teenager sister because teenager is a noun. So I can say she is a teenager, she is a teenage girl. Mature, somebody who has a big mind, he understands life, he is wise, so I say he is mature. Elderly, like old fashioned, somebody who thinks in the old ways. Youthful, somebody who is full of life. Recent, new, modern, new, and then ancient, very, very old. So I can say my grandmother is old, or I like modern poetry. You know the meaning of poetry? Nizar Qabbani? He writes poetry. So I like modern poetry. So I like the new poetry. Like, who is a new poet? I'm sorry. I'm yawning. So yeah, like Nizar Qabbani, I guess he can be considered new poetry. Like he is not old. So Nizar Qabbani, he is modern poetry. Hisham al-Ghazi, if you know Hisham al-Ghazi, is also considered um, a modern poet. He writes modern poetry. So poetry like shar. Okay, now we have taste. Taste, you can say sweet, you can say better. You know, better like coffee. Like when you take a taste and like you cringe. So it is a better taste. Sour, you know, the sour like lemons, spicy, salty, tasty, delicious, yummy, tasty, delicious, yummy are equal. Bland, it means it has no taste. It's not salty, it's not sweet, it's nothing. So it is bland. It has a very, very weak taste. And then tasteless, the same, it has a weak taste. So I can say my mother cooks delicious food. So my mother cooks delicious food, or Indian food is spicy. So here these are um the some, also not all the adjectives of taste. These are just a sample or examples of the adjectives of taste. And then we have touch. You can say hard, hard like not soft. And then we have soft, and then we have silk. You know, silk, it is a material that is made of a worm. You know, it's very expensive, like the real, the genuine silk. It is so expensive. So silky, it is very, very, very soft. And then we have glass. You know, the glass, when you touch the glass, it makes like this annoying sound. So also glass is considered an adjective of touch. And then we have smooth, like soft. And then we have lumpy. What is lumpy? I'm going to show you right now. Lumpy, it means like it's not flat, like it has ups and downs, ups and downs. So it is lumpy. Like when you touch it, you feel like one second. Here is lumpy. I want to show you like a good picture of a lumpy thing. I just get a very okay. I want to write like lumpy furniture maybe. Like, you know, the crocodile has lumpy skin. It goes up and down. It has lumps. This chair, it is also the same. It has ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. So this chair is lumpy. It goes up and down. It's not a straight surface. It goes up and down, so it is lumpy. Rough, like it's not smooth. Like, you know, people who work physical jobs, they need to use their hands a lot of time, so they have rough skin. So I can say the surface is polished, and by polished I mean smooth. It's not rough. You know, you can go to somebody if you have a chair and your chair is rough. You go to the person and he polishes your surface. He uses like a type of not a sponge, but a type of a square material, and he keeps like rubbing the material so the material gets polished. So that is polished. Also, I can say I like wearing silky clothes. I like wearing soft clothes. And then we have speed. You can say quick, you can say fast, you can say slow, you can say rapid, swift, hasty, and brief. All of them mean fast, except for slow. So quick equal fast, fast, rapid fast, swift fast, hasty fast, and brief fast. So he is a fast runner, or the traffic was slow. And then we have the adjectives of temperature. You can say hot, you can say burning hot, you can say uh, chilly. Chilly means hot. Sorry, chilly means cold. And then we have cold, and then we have freezing, which means very, 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 very cold. And then we have icy, which means very, very, very cold, frosty cold, frozen cold. So I can say the weather is cold today, or the food is very hot. Tell me, what about you? What is the weather in your country right now? I think like now in Egypt, the weather is the most it has been, the best it has been in years. We are having a very mild, very nice temperature. And I am not mad about it. Like it is so beautiful. Okay, now we are gonna play a game. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes, 2 whole minutes, and I'm gonna give you some time to write as many adjectives as you can. If you wrote more than 10 adjectives, you are a winner. But don't forget, you need to write the type. No, because we have more types in the future. Okay, you just need to write the adjective itself in 2 minutes. If you wrote more than 10 adjectives in 10 minutes, you are a winner. Your time starts right now. Okay, guys, if you got more than 10 adjectives, you got it right. You are a winner. But I want to point out, if you have time, you can sit down and categorize or add the type or add the category on your adjective. Like you can say shape, you can say emotion or personality, whatever you like. Okay, now let's go to the vocab that I gave you a warning about at the beginning of the session. So I warned you we're gonna have a lot of no wait, first we have a story. The story has a lot of adjectives. I'm gonna read it and then I'm gonna go right ahead to the financial terms. Okay, so the story is called The Rich Man and the Showmaker. Not shoe, sorry, and the shoemaker. One more time. The rich man and the shoemaker. Once there lived a shoemaker next to a rich man. He was carefree and happy person. Every day the shoemaker sang lovely songs while he did his hard work. All the young children in that small town loved to hear the shoemaker sing his lovely songs. The rich man who lived next door stayed awake every night counting his shiny sparkling gold coins. He tried to sleep during the day because he couldn't sleep at night. He was very displeased with the shoemaker singing. He wanted to put an end to the singing next door. Every day, while he was twisting and turning in his bed, the rich man used to think, "What can I do to make the shoemaker stop singing?" One day, the rich man thought of a brilliant idea. He called for the shoemaker and gave him a bag full of shiny gold coins as a gift. The shoemaker was surprised, but happily took the gold coins. The shoemaker then went home and stored the gold coins in his attic. He could not stop thinking and worrying about somebody stealing his precious gold coins. From that day onwards, he stopped singing. So, what do you think? The poor man, the shoemaker, after he got the gold coins and became rich, did he become happier or did he become more sad? What do you think? Okay, I'm gonna read one more time and I'm gonna tell you the meanings of the words in bold. Even though I'm pretty much you can get the meanings of these words just simply from the story. Like a lot of words, even in Arabic, like somebody can use a very advanced an Arabic word that you don't know, and you will get the meaning of that word simply from the situation or the context or the story. So that is what should be happening right now. You can get the meanings of a lot of these words simply from that story. Okay, one more time. The rich man and the shoemaker. Once there lived a shoemaker next to a rich man. He was carefree and happy person. The meaning of carefree, the meaning of carefree is um the meaning of carefree, somebody who has no care in the world. He doesn't worry much. Like, I have a lot of problems, I have a lot of worries, but I don't care. Not in a bad way, like I am not careless. No, I just like don't stress over things. So I am carefree and happy. I'm pretty sure you are A too. I'm pretty sure all of you know the meaning of happy. Every day the shoemaker sang lovely songs. What I mean by lovely, cute. While he did his hard work, all the young children in that small town loved to hear the shoemaker sing his lovely songs. The rich man who lived next door stayed awake every night, counting the shiny, sparkling gold. Sparkling equals shiny, like it makes a reflection when you put it under a strong light or under the sun, so it is sparkling. He tried to sleep during the day because he couldn't sleep at night. He was very displeased. Displeased equals sad. He was very displeased with the shoemaker singing. He wanted to put an end to the singing next door. Every day while he was twisting and turning in his bed. What is the meaning of twisting and turning? It is an expression when somebody can't sleep. You say he is twisting and turning. You know, you can when you can't sleep, you keep moving in bed, like you keep like going from one side to the other side. You are trying to get comfortable to go to sleep. So that is the meaning of twisting and turning. In his bed, the rich man used to think, what can I do to make the shoemaker stop singing? One day the rich man thought of a brilliant idea. Brilliant, like very, 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 very smart. He called for the shoemaker and gave him a bag full of shiny gold coins as a gift. Shiny, again, it is like very strong It reflects the light in a strong way. The shoemaker was surprised, but happily took the gold coins. The shoemaker then went home and stored the gold coin in his attic. Remember in session one, we said that the attic is the top part of the house, the triangle at the top of your house, not every house, like a certain style of house. It is called attic. He could not stop thinking and worrying about somebody stealing his precious gold coin. Precious, like very, very valuable. We always say family is precious. We always say freedom is precious. From that day onwards, he stopped singing. And that is it. Now it is your task to try to find and categorize each type of these adjectives. Try to find the type of each adjective and take your time. Again, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. First, here is the first slide. Try to find the type of that slide. And then after around 40 seconds, I'm going to move to the second slide and then the third slide in turn. Okay, I think I forgot to turn the slides, my bad, and that is slide 2. Take your time to find the adjectives and the types of these adjectives. Okay, I hope you found all of the adjectives and put the right type. Okay, let's go to the final slide here. Try to get out the adjectives and find the type of the adjectives. I'm gonna give you a warning. Yes, some adjectives you will not find the type to, because we are going to take the next because we're going to take it in the next session. Okay, and now that is all for the grammar part for today. Now let's jump straight into the vocab. Okay, I want you to give me all of your attention, because if you have like a bank account, you're gonna get the majority of what I'm trying to say. Okay, number one, bank account. Bank account is a financial account maintained by a financial institution for a customer. So bank account, an account in a bank, you keep your money in that bank. So that is your bank account. So some people have some very rich billionaires have bank accounts in different countries, like Switzerland, maybe. So that is the bank account. So bank account, an account that you put your money inside in a bank. It is a bank account. So I can say I closed my bank account in London. Number two, bank statement. Bank statement. Report released on a fixed day every month by banks that lists deposits, withdrawals, checks paid, etc. What I mean by deposits, um, money that I put inside a bank with in my bank account. Withdrawal, money that I take from my bank account. Checks paid, like if you have a check, you pay it. So, bank statement, a report of what you did with your bank account during that month. That is the bank statement. So I can say the bank sends me a letter with my bank statement every month. I keep up with my bank statement. The bank didn't send me a bank statement in a long time. I think there is an issue with my bank account. Here we have an example. Could I have a statement, please? When you do a withdrawal, when you do a deposit, maybe you want a statement to know what is happening in your account. And then we have taxes, an amount of money that a government requires people to pay according to their income, the value of their property, etc. Even when you go to a restaurant, in the receipt, you will find taxes. So, taxes, an amount of money that a government requires people to pay according to their income like salary. You pay a certain amount of money according to your salary or the value of your property or house. So the government has promised that it will reduce taxes. A lot of countries make revolutions because the country has enforces high taxes. Check. All of us know that check. It is the same word in Arabic. In Arabic we say chic. No, in English it is called check. A printed piece of paper that you write an amount of money on, sign, and use it instead of money to pay for things. So I wrote him a check for $50. So one more time, check, check. Okay, next word, expenses. Expenses, the cost or money needed or required for something. So the money that you pay to get something for, so for example, like when the school expenses, like the money that you pay to go to the school, the course expenses, the money that you pay to go to the course. So expenses, the cost or the money needed or required for something. So I need to look at my expenses from last month. I don't know where all my money went. Didn't we all been there where like you think you have a lot of money and then you go about your life and spending money here and there, and then suddenly you figure out that you have finished all of your money. It is such an annoying experience. And then we have awful, not awful, awful, very bad or unpleasant, very bad. So today I had an awful experience. She has an awful personality. Or I can say the weather is awful. Relator, realtor, a person who arranges the sale, renting homes, lands, buildings for the owners. So Suhaila, like Suhaila, a realtor is like a real estate agent. Yes, they are exactly the same. Somebody who sells and buys and takes an interest. He is called a realtor. So real estate agent. So one more time, realtor, a person who arranges the sales, renting homes, lands, and buildings for the owners. So I can say a local realtor manages it and rents out the spaces for them. And then we have instead. I'm pretty sure all of you know the word instead, in place of someone or something else. So there is no coffee. Would you like a tea instead? Replace. Income, money that is earned from work, investments, business, etc. So people with higher incomes should pay more taxes. So income, money that is earned from work, investments, business, any sort of money that you get is called an income. So people with higher incomes should pay more taxes. Yes, it is true. If you have a higher salary, you should indeed pay higher taxes. Savings, all the money that you have saved, especially in a bank. All the money that you have saved, especially in a bank, is called savings. So you can put your savings in a bank account. You can put your savings in, you can just put it in your home. Like, in the past, they have like a clothing material that you put your money inside. It was called savings. So buying a house had taken all their savings. Loan. Loan, an amount of money that is borrowed often from a bank and has to be paid back with an extra amount of money. So the money that you pay from a bank and the bank takes an interest is called loan. Loan. So loan, the money that you take from a bank, and when the money that you borrow from a bank, and then when you pay back, you have to pay extra amount of money. It is called loan. You know, there was a certain amount of time where a lot of rich people took big loans, very, very extra loans from banks, and they fled out of the country. I don't know if you remember that period of time or not. So I had to take out a bank loan to start my own business. So one more time, loan, loan. Next, be convinced. Be convinced to believe that something is true or right. I am convinced of what you said. So like to agree with somebody with what somebody said. Like I thought that she was wrong. But after sitting with my mom convinced me no, she was right. So convinced, like to try to change somebody's opinion, be convinced. So now you believe what somebody else is believing, so you are convinced. So I can say I am convinced of what she said. Interest, the extra money that you must pay back when you borrow money, or money paid to you by a bank when you keep money in an account there. So, interest has two financial meanings. Number one, the money that you must pay back, the extra money that you must pay back to the bank when you take a loan. So, for example, I took a loan from the bank for $100. When I pay back, I have to pay $120. So the $20 are the interest. Same if you put your money in a bank. You put 100. After 1 year, they become 120. So the 20 pounds, the extra 20 pounds in your account are the interest. A lot of people say this interest, um, like the money, the extra money that is put in your account is not allowed or forbidden. A lot of people say that. So that's why we have Islamic banks. And then we have savings account, a bank account in which people keep money that they want to save. So saving account that you only save money inside. You can't spend your money whenever you want. No, it is a saving account. You withdraw money at certain times. And then we have celebrate, which is not a financial term, to do something special or enjoyable for an important event, occasion, holiday, etc. So you can say, I celebrate the first day of Ramadan with my family. She celebrates her birthday with her friends. So to do something special or enjoyable for a day, so you celebrate. So we are celebrating my birthday by going out to dinner. I celebrate the new year with my friends to enjoy a day. And then we have cash a check, to exchange a check for cash. So would you like to cash a check for me? Would you cash a check for me? So when you exchange a check for cash, so you cash a check. You go to the bank and you turn this piece of paper to money. So you cash a check. And then we have bank balance, the amount of money in a bank account. So I would like to check my balance, my bank balance, please. So the amount of money that you have in your account is your bank balance. So inside my bank balance right now, I think like I have like 200 pounds. Like that's like I withdraw all of my money from my work balance and I keep like spending like I am very bad at saving money. So I have, by the end of the month, I have nothing in my bank balance. Okay, next to overdraw, not draw, 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 to overdraw. to try to withdraw more money that you have in your account. In this case, you generally have to pay some extra fees. It is advisable to pay attention to your balance so you don't overdraw money. So what is the meaning of overdraw? Now, but take care, that is for the credit card holders. It's not for the debit card holders. So now I have in my account £100 and I try to withdraw £150. The bank will give me the £150, but I am going to pay extra money, extra fees when I put money inside my bank back. I am going to have to add maybe not 100. I will give the bank not 150, not £50, the extra money. No, maybe I will give them £60 because I tried or I withdrawn money more than I should withdraw. So that is called overdraw, more than that I have in my bank account. So when you try to get money, more money than what's inside your account, you overdraw. So to withdraw more money than you have in your account. Here we have the example is wrong because the example for withdraw, not overdraw. So ignore this example. So I'm going to give you an example. The bank charged me $10 fees because I overdrew money from my bank account last month. So when I try to withdraw extra money, more money that I have in my bank account, so I overdraw. Overdraft, this is the money that you withdraw from your account when you no longer have available funds. This is like a loan from the bank gives you. So overdraft, when you don't have money. Overdraft, when you don't have money in your bank account and you try to withdraw. So it is considered a loan. So the bank gives you the money, but again, this is for the credit card holders, not the debit cards. The bank will give you the money, but it will not give you, but it will, when you pay, you will have the extra, you will pay the extra money. So it is called overdraft. Okay, so one more time, overdraft, the extra money that you pay to the bank whenever you overdraw. That is called overdraft. So she received an overdraft notice. She received an overdraft notice when she spent more than she had in her checking account. So here, one more time, it is an example of overdraft. So overdraw, the action of trying to take extra money from your bank account than you actually have. However, overdraft is the fees that you pay or the money that you pay to the bank when you overdraw. Yes, so to deposit, to put money into a bank account. If you go to the bank, will you deposit these checks for me? To put money inside your bank account, so you deposit. To withdraw, to take money out of a bank account. To withdraw, to take money from your bank account. To deposit, to put money into your bank account. Okay. So one more time to recap all of the new financial terms: bank account, the account that you have inside your bank, it has all of your money. Bank statement, the report, a report from the bank that has all the procedures or all the actions that you have taken throughout the month. Taxes, the amount of money that you pay to the government depending on your income and properties. Check, you know that the check, the check that you, like the piece of paper that you have a certain amount of money written over it, it is called check. Expenses, the cost or the amount of money that you need, to do something. The cost of something is called expenses. Awful, very bad. Realtor, real estate agent, instead, in place of. Income, the money that you get. So that is income. Savings, all the money that you've saved in a bank account, what you saved. Loan, the borrowed money you take from the bank, it is called loan. It is called loan. And then we have be convinced, to believe something. Interest, it has two meanings. Number one, the extra money that you pay to the bank. The extra money, interest, the extra money that you pay to the bank when you borrow money from the bank. Also, the extra money that the bank gives you when you keep your money inside that bank. Saving account, an account that is made for saving money. Celebrate, to enjoy a day because something important happened. Cash, a check, to turn a piece of paper, a cash, to turn a check into a cash. Bank balance, the amount of money in your bank account. To overdraw, the action when you try to withdraw extra money that you have in your account. Overdraft, the extra money that you pay when you overdraw. Deposit, to put money in your account. Withdraw, to take money from your account. And here we have some sentences that you might say inside of a bank. You can say, I would like to withdraw $100. Please, I want to make a withdrawal. How would you like the money? In tens, please, 10 pounds notes. You can ask all the money to be a certain note, like all of them to be 200 pounds. So I would like to deposit this. Your account is overdrawn. I would like to transfer some money to this account. Could you tell me my balance, please? So these are some statements or sentences that you might need to say inside of a bank. Now we have expressions that are not financial related. So no expressions. Be to be all ears, to be very keen to hear what somebody is going to tell you, to listen very, very carefully. So when I tell you, I'm going to tell you a secret, you tell me I am all ears. You tell me you are giving me all of your attention, like your body, your whole body is just ears. You are listening to what I'm saying. So you tell me I am all ears. So tell me exactly what happened. I am all ears. Be broke, not having any money. So I am broke, I don't have money. She is broke and homeless. It means she doesn't have money. So broke, somebody who doesn't have money, he is broke. In debt, owing money to people. So they are in debt to the bank. So I took money from Sarah. I borrowed money from Sarah. So now I am in debt to Sarah. So they are in debt to the bank. And be silent. Don't forget, not in debit, in debt, in debt. Check bounce. The check was refused by a bank and was returned to the person who wrote it because of not having enough funds. So let's imagine that you wrote me a check for $1 million. I go to cash the check. Your account doesn't have balance $1 million. So the check bounces. So bounce when you try to cash a check, but there is no available balance in the bank account, so it is called check bounced. All of a sudden, suddenly, all of a sudden, the light went down. Suddenly. laughing all the way to the bank to make a lot of money without making a lot of effort. So let's imagine, like some influencers, they have a lot of haters. All of us try to make fun of them. Like if you know, there are a very famous couple called Ahmed Hassan and Zainab. Like they have a lot of haters. Everybody makes fun of them. If you go on Facebook, a lot of memes making fun of them. They are not funny. They are awful. Blah blah blah. But this couple are making a lot of money. Why? Because like, they know how to make a propaganda. They are getting a lot of views, even if like a lot of people hate them, but they still get a lot of views. So they are laughing all the way to the bank. They are making a lot of money by not making a lot of effort. They are making a propaganda, or they are getting a lot of attention for nothing. So they are laughing all the way to the bank. Who else? Everybody said that I'm never going to be a billionaire. I'm not going to have a lot of money. But after a short amount of money and a short amount of time and a short amount of effort, I became a billionaire. So now I am laughing all the way to the bank. Okay, next. Ready cash, money that you can spend immediately. So it is a ready cash. You know, the money that you have in your wallet or inside your pockets or in your purse right now, that is called a ready cash. It's not in your credit card. It is ready cash. It can be spent right away. So the company doesn't have ready cash. Right away, immediately, now, without delay. I need someone to help me right away, right now. And that's all the expressions. Now we have a very interesting story, a continuation for the story from last time. So I want you to be all ears. So hello, Cordovians. This is Ahmed again. I was very glad to meet you last session. We were talking about moving out from home. Today, my mom will tell me about a hard time we passed by. Let's see what's going on. So one more time, this is Ahmed again. I'm very glad to meet you last session. We were talking about moving out from home. Today, my mom will tell me about a hard time we passed by. Passed by, it's a phrasal verb and it means we passed. We passed in our lives. Let's see what's going on. So, Mom, how did you and Dad get the money for the house? It's a long story. I am all ears. I am all ears. Like I give you all of my attention. I am listening to every word of what you're saying. Your dad and I, we're almost broke because we had lost all our money. It was a hard time. We were almost broke. It means we had almost no money at all. Like we had no money. Our monthly bank statement showed that we had little money in our bank account. We didn't even have money to pay our taxes. We were in debt and the checks we wrote for people bounced. Yes, I remember. That was awful. I don't know how or when this happened. Our expenses suddenly increased and our incomes wasn't enough. A financial advisor, a financial advisor, somebody who advises you on how to invest your money, how to spend your money. So a financial advisor told us to spend our savings on a small business, and all of a sudden we were laughing all the way to the bank. Once we had a ready cash, we called a realtor to help us find a new house. Great, but why didn't you buy it instead? We don't have enough cash for that right now. Some people suggested that we take out a loan from the bank, but your dad and I are not convinced. Paying interest to the bank is right. I thought you had a saving account. No, we canceled the account a long time ago. I am glad we made it through the difficult time. Me too. Now I want you to get ready because the whole family is going to go out to celebrate moving into the new house. I'll be ready right away. And that's all for today's session. I know it's not easy like every time, but I hope that you've learned a lot of new expressions. You know, when let's imagine you are in a different country and you have an issue with your bank account, these words are definitely going to come in handy. They are going to help you so much to, if you have an issue with your bank statement, it's also like you will find a lot of statements in the bank written in English, so it will help you so much. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed session 2, and I'm going to meet you next time in session 3. Take care and bye.